Hi, my name's Dave. I'm one of the diabetes dietitians with the LDP, and today I'm here with Nina.
Hi.
And Nina's going to show us a dish that's traditional to Morocco.
Yeah, from Morocco.
So one of the things that we get asked quite a lot of with being a dietitian is, what things can I eat? Now, the most important thing for us is that we want people to eat really delicious, gorgeous food. But what we want is them to eat a balanced meal. And so for us, a balanced meal would mean plenty of salad and vegetable foods, some good lean protein, and then also as well, whatever the carbohydrate part of this meal is. So it's couscous today we're doing. So we would be looking to make sure that the portion size of couscous didn't provide too much carbohydrate. So shall we have a look at all the ingredients?
Yeah, we're gonna start with the tagine.
So the tagine, so this is the tagine here.
Tagine is like traditional dish from Morocco, but you can use another dish.
Right. So this is a traditional Morocco tagine that you cook and you put in the oven. But if you don't have a tagine, then you can just use an ordinary pot with a lid. Normal dish with a lid. Yeah. Okay. Let's have a look at the ingredients. Yeah. They look delicious.
We're gonna start with we use oil.
Oil, yeah. Is there any particular type?
Yeah, two spoons.
2 tablespoons of oil, yeah.
And salt.
Salt, we'll go easy on the salt though, not for too much.
Small teaspoon.
Small teaspoon of salt.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And
Raisins, sultanas, yeah. Almonds.
Yeah. Curcuma.
Oh.
Saffron, yeah.
Oh, saffron.
Saffron, yeah.
Oh, right.
Saffron, yeah. And black pepper.
Black pepper.
Yeah, black pepper.
Mm-hmm.
And ginger.
Ginger.
Powder.
Ginger powder.
Ginger powder, yeah. Garlic. We can use just two small garlic.
Mm-hmm.
And last one is.
Is that cinnamon?
Yeah.
And cinnamon. Fab. And today we're using.
Of course, chicken and onion.
Chicken and onion. And this is.
For couscous.
And that's for the couscous. Oh, fantastic. Okay. Right.
So we can start.
Let's begin.
First, we mix the herb.
Okay. So here we've got the saffron.
1 teaspoon.
Teaspoon of saffron. I think saffron's more expensive than gold.
Yeah, it's very expensive, especially in Morocco.
In Morocco. If you didn't have saffron, could you use anything instead?
Yeah, we can use something like red pepper.
Red pepper? Yeah.
Yeah, we can replace it. And half teaspoon for black pepper.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And is this ginger?
Yeah, sorry?
Is this ginger?
Yeah, ginger.
Mm-hmm.
Powder, dry ginger.
Yeah, so
1
teaspoon.
Yeah.
Okay, so a little bit of salt.
Just half teaspoon for salt. Yeah, because already I wash chicken with salt.
So salt water.
I washed with water and salt.
Okay, so then you put less chicken in the recipe, less salt in the recipe. There's the garlic. Right, okay, so we're just going to chop the garlic.
We clean garlic. And we cut it like small pieces.
All right, so you don't put it in a crusher, you just cut it into small pieces.
Yeah, small pieces.
I can see you've done this many times before.
Yeah.
I must admit I tend to use lazy garlic now and again, so just out of the pot.
Garlic is so healthy.
It is one of those beautiful food, and it's a good way to season food without using too much salt, by using different herbs and spices. So that's it. So nicely chopped ginger. Good cutting technique there.
If someone like garlic, you can use 3 garlic.
Yeah, depending on your taste for garlic.
Yeah.
Okay, so in with the garlic.
And then we mix everything with hot water.
Right. So that's just a cup of hot water or just a splash of hot water? Yep. Oh, so we're in with the fingers. Traditional cookery.
Yeah. Then we put chicken.
Okay. So the chicken pieces, just rest them in.
We mix all this thing with chicken.
So you get a good coating all over the chicken.
And we leave it.
So we'll put that to one side, shall we?
We start with tagine. For tagine, we use one small onion. We try to cut it small pieces.
Mm-hmm. So the onion acts like a base in the tagine?
Yes.
Yep, okay.
Then we use oil.
There you go, here we go. So that's 1, 2, 3 tablespoons of oil.
Yeah. Then we put chicken.
Okay, so rest the chicken on top of the onion and into the other tagine.
Yeah.
So that's all got this lovely coating now of the marinade.
Yeah. We use 3, 4 onion.
3 to 4 onions.
3, 4.
Yep.
Whatever you want, and we cut it like this.
Ah, right, so make slices. So sliced onion.
Like whole.
Yep. So you've got to be very careful with a knife when you...
I usually use it.
So we were talking before about couscous.
Yeah, after we come.
And then that's traditional, that it's a once a week thing, couscous?
Yeah. So couscous, I think we use a lot of vegetables.
Yep.
It will be.
Because so from our point of view, is couscous would be the carbohydrate part of this meal. Yeah. So that when we're...
That's why we, we use it only one day a week in Morocco.
In Morocco, just one day a week. Yeah. So what we'll look at is because carbohydrate foods, they after digestion, they turn into glucose. So with us being part of the diabetes team, what we want to do is to make sure that people aren't having too many carbohydrates in their meals, because the more carbohydrates that's in their meals, the more glucose that's going to end up.
Yeah. So after.
Okay, so sultanas.
Yeah.
So in they go, just a sprinkle on top. Now sultanas are going to contain some sort of natural sugars in. So now bearing in mind this is going to be a dish for how many people?
That one for 5 people.
So for 5 people?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's like a small handful of sultanas but split between 5 people. So it's not going to put too much extra sugar into the dish. That's a sprinkling of, so that's the cinnamon.
Yeah.
So that's the ground cinnamon. Yeah. And then what we've got now is the leftover marinade just over the top.
I need sugar.
Sugar. They need it.
You
Yeah.
can put some honey or sugar powder.
Right. Okay. Or some powdered sugar.
Then to cook.
And there. Okay. So that's ready for the oven.
Yeah.
Okay. So do we put the lid on?
Yeah, we put it in the cooker.
Okay. So we put the lid on the tagine
Yeah.
and then in the cooker.
Yeah.
So here we have the finished tagine
Yeah.
ready to go on top. So it goes on the hob
Yeah.
and it goes on is it a medium
It's
heat?
like medium.
A medium heat. And
Yeah.
how long for?
How 30 minutes.
30 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll put the lid on
Yeah.
and then onto the hob and then 40 minutes.
40 minutes.
Right. Let's do it.
It will be ready.
Right, Nina. So the next part of the dish will be
Couscous.
couscous. Right. So here we have couscous, and couscous will be the carbohydrate part of this meal. So from a diabetes point of view, we want to make sure that we're not overloading the meal with carbohydrates, because carbohydrates will digest into glucose and then that gets into the system. And so what we'll be looking at is probably around 70 grams per person. So the meal is for how many?
4 persons.
For 4 people. Okay, so 4 people and there's 70 per each. So with my basic maths, that's 180, so that's 360. So 360 grams, and then that'll give us a portion each of around about 50 grams of carbohydrates per portion. Okay, so just get the scales on. Here we go. So we just tip that in. Scales are really handy for when you're cooking. But from our point of view with diabetes, it lets us know how much carbohydrate is going to be part of the meal. And we said it was 360. So here we go. 330, 40. Look at that. Oh, 1 gram over. Well, we can live with that. So there we got 360 grams of uncooked couscous. And then that works out for 4 people at around about 50 grams of carbohydrate per meal. Now, obviously, if you were looking to lower the carbohydrate value of the meal, then you could just reduce the amount of couscous that you are having and then have something like 50 grams per person.
Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. Right, over to you.
First. And like we wash couscous.
Okay. So is that cold water?
It's cold water, no.
Okay, so cold water to wash the couscous.
Like we wash it.
So is it quite common in Morocco that you use your hands a lot when you cook?
Yeah, but of course we clean hand.
Yes.
Everywhere is clean.
Yeah.
Before we start food, we have to clean everywhere. Then we take out this water.
Right, okay, so we'll drain the excess water.
And we cover it and leave it.
Right, so we drained the excess water, so you didn't put that
leave
through a
it.
sieve,
Yeah.
you just poured the excess water out.
Yeah.
Yep.
We leave it, then we start with vegetables.
Okay, and then we start with the vegetables.
We start with meat first.
Right, so here we have the meat, and what meat is it?
Lamb,
So we've got lamb here, and we've got
half kilo lamb.
half kilo of
and
lamb and chickpeas.
Yeah.
Okay, right.
We can start. First we use onion.
So how many onions have we got
That's
there?
like, one onion,
That's 1 onion.
one big onion.
That's a very big
Yeah,
onion.
That one we use for another part.
Okay, right. So that's 1 onion in the
Yeah.
pot,
And we use meat.
in with the lamb.
Yeah. So, and chickpeas.
And then the chickpeas. So there we've got there, we'll just have a look. So there we've got the onions on the bottom,
Yeah.
and then the lamb on top of the onions, and then the chickpea on top. Okay.
Then we start with dangirin. Yeah.
So back with the saffron.
Saffron,
Okay.
1 teaspoon for saffron, and black pepper.
Black
half,
pepper. Yeah.
Just half. And ginger.
Ginger.
Ginger, yeah. We can use more ginger.
So a teaspoon. Yeah. So it's a teaspoon of ginger.
That looks like.
So now we're going to put some ready for the oil.
Yeah.
Yep. And
3 spoon,
3 tablespoons.
3 tablespoon for oil.
Oh, right. Okay.
1, 2, and 3. So, and we use like
Just put that back there. Yeah. So and then 1 cup of water.
Yeah, hot water.
So that's hot water. Okay. So that's about just over half a cup of hot water, and then give it a good swill around.
Yeah, mix it.
So that's it. Just a little mix.
Yeah, we put it in fire.
And this goes. Does this go on the hob?
Yeah.
So on top of the cooker?
Yeah, we cover it and I think 30 minutes.
20, 30 minutes? Okay. Okay, Nina, so the next part of the meal we're going to
Start vegetables.
start with the vegetables.
Yeah.
And what vegetables have we got here today?
Okay, we have, this is carrots.
So we've got some carrots, yeah. So we've got some carrots here.
Carrots, yeah.
Butternut squash,
Yeah. And courgettes.
courgette,
Yeah.
turnip,
Yeah.
and some coriander.
Yeah.
Okay. Right?
Okay, we start with carrots
Okay.
first.
So we just put them in whole?
Yeah.
Okay. So what have we got in there? 4 or 5 carrots?
Yeah, 4, 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we've got the turnip. So that's just kind of cut into,
Yeah.
well,
Small.
good sized chunks really, aren't they? And then just pop the coriander in as well.
Yes, and about others for a second till that one is ready.
Yeah.
After we can cook this one.
Right, okay. So we got this now. We're going to put some more saffron.
Yeah.
So you do use a lot of saffron in
Yeah,
Moroccan
it's very
cooking.
healthy. Yeah.
Yeah.
We use 1 small spoon.
Saffron, black pepper,
Black
it's a
pepper,
teaspoon of black pepper, and the ginger, and a teaspoon of ginger.
and we use organic oil.
Oil, is that olive oil or just vegetable oil?
Yeah, not vegetable. This one is olive oil.
Olive oil,
Yeah,
okay.
It's very healthy.
Very healthy for us, yeah, not
Yeah.
the saturated. And how much is there? Is it
3 cup. 3
3
spoon.
tablespoons? 3 tablespoons of olive oil, and then just drizzle that over.
We use hot water.
Hot water, yeah. So we'll just get some hot water now. And how much hot water do we need?
We use less than 2 big cup.
Less than
But
2
yeah,
cups.
Because we need sauce.
Right, okay. So this will make a sauce.
Yeah.
Right, okay. So we'll just get some hot water.
Yeah.
So now we're going to add some hot water.
Yeah, we put some first one.
So we've got a good sized cup there. So that's 1. So that's 2 cups of hot water. Right. And then we give that a little stir. Just to let all the flavours mix together.
Yes. Then we put salt.
So we put some salt in.
1 big spoon for salt.
Okay.
Because sauce needs.
And off we go to. So this goes on the oven or in the oven?
No, in the cooker.
So this goes on the hob. That was soaked
Yeah.
and washed.
Yeah.
Okay. So now what do we do?
We start just like open couscous like this.
Okay. So we fluff up the couscous. Yeah.
With our hand.
So you do it with your hands. It's very hands-on cookery, Morocco.
Yeah, just to open.
Yeah. To get rid of the clumpy bits. What we tend to do, well, what I tend to do is use a fork, and then I fluff it up with a fork.
Yeah, I can. You just try
Because
to.
the idea is he can show you.
It's like.
Yep. So there we are, just fluffing it up, taking.
Try open all this.
Yeah. So we get rid of any big lumps.
Yeah.
So it's all nice and
to open.
yeah. Oh well, that's really fluffing up, isn't it? That's it.
Try all.
That's it. So you just keep going, just dig down and do it little bit by bit, and then so you can see. Oh yeah, so you can see it. I mean, it's just swelling, isn't it? So it's
Yeah.
now that you're fluffing it up, it's just getting much bigger in size.
Yeah. Then you put just like small teaspoon is oil.
Okay, and just drizzle that over and work that in. It's not something that I use on a regular basis, couscous.
Yeah.
Right, so here we got the pot that we're going to cut the couscous in. So is this a traditional Moroccan
Yeah.
couscous cooker.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're putting the couscous in there. So now, obviously, if you don't have one of these, then you can just you can cook couscous according to the instructions on the pan. Because what I tend to do when I'm cooking couscous is I'll just pour it into the pan with the water,
Yeah.
and then just fork it off and fluff it up while it's when it's cooked. But this is traditional, is how
It's
you
like
would cook
traditional,
couscous.
Yeah, how we cook it.
Yeah.
And you know we can find couscous ready in shops.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, yes, I think you can buy even pre-cooked couscous now. But even the ready packed stuff, it's easy to cook. Okay.
Look, we use this done 400 grams, but it's
Well, this is it. We've used 70 grams of
Yeah.
couscous per person.
when we use water.
Yeah, and then
It's
when you
like,
because it looked a reasonable size when it was in the tagine, but
Yeah.
now it's been fluffed up. This is a decent size, and this is for 4 people.
Yeah.
But that's a good size portion per person. There we go. So in with the last bit of the couscous.
we use
Okay,
hot
and this
water.
is the pot. So in this pot, we've just got hot water.
Hot water.
Okay, hot water in the pot, and then it just sits on the top.
Yeah, then we put it.
On top.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
So again, so this goes on the hob.
Yeah.
Right, okay. So off we go. So Nina, what's now? So you've prepared the vegetables.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're going to put the courgette, the squash,
And tomatoes.
tomatoes
Yeah.
into the pot.
Yeah.
Fab. Okay. That's bubbling away nicely. Smells delicious already. So you're just putting them in good sized chunks. So how long will this need to cook now you've put those in?
Like 20 minutes.
So about 20 minutes.
Then we put tomatoes.
So in with the tomatoes. So you just roughly chopped some tomatoes. But I noticed you peeled the tomatoes, so you took the skin off. Okay, so just stir them in a little bit. And in the pan next to it, you've got some almonds that you're just blanching the almonds.
Yeah. No, almost for like decoration.
And that's for decoration.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Right, Nina, so here we are with the finished product. So we've got the couscous,
Yeah.
and here we've got the vegetables. So we've got the
Meat.
turnip, the lamb, the carrot, the butternut squash, and here we have the onions. And so basically we've just
Yeah.
sweated those off, haven't we, in a pan,
Yeah.
and then we've got the sultanas in there. We've got the almonds there, and here is this hot?
Yeah. Tagine.
Can I pick that up?
You can.
Oh, it's a, oh, see, you've got asbestos fingers. And there we have, so that's the chicken.
Yeah, chicken tagine.
So that's the chicken tagine.
Yes.
Fantastic. It looks absolutely delicious. So again, from our point of view, we're looking at good eating principles where we want all our meals to contain loads of different vegetables, good sources of protein, and the most important thing we're looking for is the carbohydrate part of this meal, which is the couscous. Now we know this is the right portion size because we measured it out
Yeah.
before we cooked it. So we know that that's 4 portions there, and each portion will give us about 50 grams of carbohydrates. Fantastic. Looks delicious. I cannot wait to try it. Ah, right. Okay, so you're putting the vegetables around the couscous. Oh, you see, just a little bit of an artistic temperament here. I think you have asbestos fingers. And I like the way that the vegetables are just really chunky. You know, the carrots, they're not peeled. You just cut them into a reasonable size and then just pop them in the pot.
Yeah.
I think I spend too much time cutting carrots too small in my cookery.
In the middle we put meat.
Okay, so you made a little well in the middle. Put a little bit of meat in there.
All fingers meeting in the
All fingers meeting in the middle.
yeah.
The tricky butternut squash wriggling around in there. And just putting some more juice over that. I mean, the smells coming off this, the aroma of that is absolutely delicious. And then the almond.
Yeah.
So that's the blanched almonds there, just a few on those for decoration.
Yeah.
And then the onion and the sultanas. Look amazing. And then a few more almonds for good luck.
That's one.
And just over the top with a little more sauce. The attention to detail. Do you love cooking, Nina?
Yeah.
Yeah? You can see.
I like cooking. I like make people happy. Enjoy eating.
Well, cooking food will definitely make me happy. Right?
This one like
So we've got this, and should we put this
that will be the final.
on here too? Okay,
Shall I give you the plate and then